Unfortunately, we know that Russia is not the only foreign power seeking to interfere in our elections. We have observed increasingly aggressive Iranian activity during this election cycle. We will be relentlessly aggressive in countering and disrupting attempts by Russia and Iran, as well as China or any other foreign malign actor to interfere in our elections and undermine our democracy.
Oh my God, here we go with the Russia boogeyman bullcrap all over again. I wonder why that's coming up. Oh wait. What is going on, everybody? Hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome to my channel, Model Renaissance Man. I am Ty Smith. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view my content. Make sure that you follow me on all the platforms you see above and the ones below. And also, clicking this right here will allow my content to consistently be recommended to you. And don't forget to get into those cell phones and making sure that you let somebody in your cell phone that's in your contact list know about this channel. Double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to the channel, guys. All right, guys, here we go again. Here we go again. I'm sorry, y'all know what happened with me a few years ago when the Department of Justice falsely accused me for being a domestic terrorist. Although I really never trusted the government anyway, but if they can come out of the blue and make up some bullcrap dumb stuff like that, labeling me as a domestic terrorist because I shut critical race theory down in the city one of the cities that I reside in, I shut it down at the school. And they said critical race theory is not going to be taught. We decided not to teach critical race theory. Because of that, I was put on the domestic terrorist list by Merrick Garland and the Biden administration. Was I scared? Absolutely not. What am I going to be scared of? They're going to come in and what? Because it's amazing that as a parent standing up for your children, not theirs, me and my wife, we're the ones, I know, we're the ones that created that. We're the ones that are responsible for that. You're not going to come in and tell me what I can and can't say to my son, to my child, how to raise my child. And because of that, you want to put me on a domestic terrorist list? Oh, so now if they can do something like that, you think I'm going to really freaking believe? Now, all of a sudden, Russia trying to interfere because they want Trump to win. Vladimir Putin said himself he don't want Trump. I done jumped ahead, didn't I? I didn't even show y'all the video yet. Vladimir Putin doesn't even want Trump to win. You want to know why he doesn't want Trump to win? Because he know he will be able to easily still do the things that he's doing, having some weak, jellyback, sissified, crooked individuals that's in the White House right now, like President Biden. And then have Kamala step? Bruh. Y'all, come on, man. You really think Vladimir Putin, who's been there and is let's keep it real. I'm not sitting there praising the man, but I'm going to give honor where honor and praises is due. Vladimir is very intelligent. He's very smart. He's been doing this thing for a while. You think Kamala Harris is going to pose a threat to him? You think our fruity tooty, fresh and rooty, pooty booty, jellyback military folks, men dressed up like women with colored hair and fingernails and lipstick, you really think that he's going to be scared of them? Come on now. Come on now. Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. I done gave y'all my whole thing before I even let y'all watch this video.
Unfortunately, we know that Russia is not the only foreign power seeking to interfere in our elections. We have observed increasingly aggressive Iranian activity during this election cycle. We will be relentlessly aggressive in countering and disrupting attempts by Russia and Iran, as well as China or any other foreign malign actor to interfere in our elections and undermine our democracy.
The headline in all of that is that the Biden-Harris administration said yesterday Russia is trying to influence the 2024 presidential election. Yesterday, the Justice Department issued formal indictments. The alleged scheme is targeting voters through online platforms and U.S.-based social media influencers. That's just part 2 of this whole chapter, right? Some of that disinformation mentioned in the indictment includes Russia's use of the terms record inflation, crime coming for people of color and immigrants, overspending on foreign policy, and risk of job loss for white Americans. Journalist Mike Schellenberger with some key questions.
The main issue here is that we have this record of the Department of Justice running Russian disinformation hoaxes twice, not once. The first time claiming that the Russians favored Trump when we now know that they favored Clinton. And then the second time, the Hunter Biden laptop, where we now know that the FBI ran a disinformation effort to make people think that it was about the Russians. So nobody should trust blindly the Department of Justice when it says anything about Russia.
Well, some recent headlines offer a similar view to what he's talking about. The Daily Caller, Biden admin revives Russian election interference boogeyman just in time for November. Meanwhile, the New York Post went after the administration for turning a blind eye to another foe. The editorial board writing, Biden goes all in on Russiagate 2.0 while ignoring China's creeping attacks on democracy. And former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo with this, White House put blinders on as China infiltrated our government. That's referred to the accused Chinese double agent working for a Democratic New York governor, Kathy Hochul. Well, they did so much more. They were flying spy balloons. Come on. Setting up precincts in cities across America, their own police precincts. China's here. Let's bring in now Florida Congressman Mike Waltz, member of the House Armed Services and House Foreign Affairs Committees. So what China has done is really no secret, and it continues. What about Iran? I mean, you heard Merrick Garland with the DOJ give them a cursory mention, but it takes action. They took action against Russia, putting that right back in the fold 61 days out from election.
Yeah, Harris, let's compare those two because you nailed it. What about Iran? There is a big difference, and we should take it all seriously, of course, but there is a big difference between influence operations and actual hacking and assassination attempts. So my question for Garland and Wray and the whole, display of serious-looking officials there, where was your big press conference when Iran actually hacked the Trump campaign? Where was your big press conference a few weeks ago when a Pakistani national with ties to Iran was arrested putting down payments on hitmen and spotters and protesters to cause a distraction to actually kill President Trump, to try to, to literally talk about election interference, to literally try to kill a presidential candidate? Where was their arrests and indictments with Biden and Obama and Harris's lead negotiator for Iran, Rob O'Malley, which has just been completely sidelined, who was literally emailing the Iranian foreign ministry before he came to Congress to talk about the Iran deal, and then finally talk about election interference and sowing discord?
Well, look,
where is the indictments and the big press conference and the big display with Iran actually funding the completely disruptive and anti-Semitic protests all over college campuses all over the United States? But we get crickets on all of that, quiet press releases in the middle of the night. And yet Russia 2.0, we're just going to blow it up 2 months before Election Day. It's completely hypocritical. And as we've told Wray and as we've told Garland, you are causing the total destruction of confidence in our justice system in the United States.
Wow. I mean, you list so many there. And there are scores of examples of U.S. election disinformation peddled by Iran and China. You're right. The New York Times with an extensive piece, quote, Iran emerges as a top disinformation threat in U.S. presidential race with a flurry of hacks and fake websites. Iran has intensified its efforts to discredit American democracy and possibly tip the race against former President Donald Trump. And when it comes to China, Reuters is reporting on a research project that found a massive disinformation campaign that is, quote, part of a known Chinese state-linked effort analysts call spamouflage or dragon bridge, pushing a mix of spam and targeted propaganda onto the internet. The effort has stepped up activities as the election approaches. It has leveraged thousands of accounts across more than 50 websites, forums, and social media platforms. Here's FBI Director Christopher Wray yesterday.
What is your message directly to the leaders of China and Iran who are watching through that camera lens right now?
Knock it off. As long as adversaries keep trying to influence and interfere in our society and our democratic processes, they're going to keep running into the FBI, and we're going to keep calling it out.
Okay, so we got a don't from Biden to Iran and a knock it off to China from the head of the FBI. That is some weak stuff.
Well, here's my message to Director Wray. Maybe you should apply more agents to deal with our adversaries and our enemies trying to interfere than you're worried about parents as domestic terrorists or Catholics. Let's focus on the real threats here. But here's the thing. When he says knock it off, people like Xi and the Ayatollahs say, or what?
Yeah.
It's an empty threat with Harris and Biden at the White House, who wake up every day thinking about what's another concession I can give our enemies, and how can I put more pressure on the Israelis and Bibi Netanyahu to cave. So there's no or what, there's no or else. It's absolutely empty, and that's why our enemies are on the march. It's because of the weakness that's in this White House the last 4 years.
Look, you hit the nail on the head, and we're going to move right to it. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was on Fox earlier, Fox and Friends, going after Hamas terrorists and the finger pointing against Israel when it comes to ceasefire negotiations and getting a hostage deal. Let's watch.
This war would be over yesterday if Hamas laid down its arms, released all the hostages. It'll be over in 2 seconds. But Hamas is refusing to do that. It's a savagery that not only endangers Israel, it endangers all democracies. I have red lines. They were set before this massacre, this latest murder, but they become redder. I have areas of flexibility, but now to go and make concessions after these murders, it's a license to kill hostages.
Ooh, I want to go right back to the congressman here. I have red lines, and they are redder now. Congressman.
Well, I thought the most powerful part of his statement was what has changed in the last 5 days since 6 hostages were literally shot in the back of the head by terrorist thug killers. Are you kidding me? Seriously? And then Biden and Harris are going to put the onus on him? Here's what's going on, Harris. Here's what's going on. This is all about domestic politics for Harris. They are petrified about losing Michigan. They are petrified that these college protests are going to kick off once again now that college is back in. And
it's already happening.
Plan is put more pressure, get Bibi to cave, get this off the headlines through November. And even if you're condemning Israel to more October 7th, so be it. This is all about power for Harris, and it's despicable, and she should be ashamed. And thank you, Bibi Netanyahu, for standing up for your interests, just as we would if we were attacked like they were.
Yeah. Okay. What Rihanna song say? You look so dumb right now, standing outside your house. Another round of applause. Standing ovation. Nobody's gonna fall for this bull crap. Nobody's scared of Russia. Russia gonna interfere. Come, y'all. You know that all found out to be a complete sham. We all know that, and now here we go again. So we supposed to believe it? No, but this time it's for. And then Iran. After President Trump was almost assassinated by a lunatic who all of a sudden the FBI just scrubbed and we don't know nothing about him. Y'all, we ain't forget about Crook. We just gonna forget about, if this was Biden, they would have still been talking about Biden having an attempted assassination on his life. They're not, it's just, y'all, we forgot all about President Trump getting shot, didn't we? We forgot all about Crook, didn't we? We know everything about that young boy. The FBI told us everything about that young boy before 24 hours at that mass school shooting, but they had nothing on this dude who acted alone, shot President Trump in the ear, aiming for his head and missed. We don't have nothing on him, but we got something on this 14-year-old boy instantly. But we supposed to believe the Department of Justice. Anyway, bull crap. Anyway, guys, this only is convenient because it is election time. All of a sudden, Russia, here we go again. That's their playbook? So it's like the ultimatum that they could have done to Trump, it failed because of God. Not saying they won't attempt it again. I pray that it doesn't. But that failed assassination attempt on President Trump was the ultimatum. Now they got to backtrack back down to what they did before. Russia. He showed some video. He turned a black woman down. Show some. They didn't ran out of options. The same playbook, and they see the American people. We're sitting there like, nope, not falling for it. Sorry, nope, not going for it. And did you see the ridiculous statements in there? The factual things that's going on in America, inflation. Huh? Really? That's what Russia's trying to. But yet we ain't gonna talk about how Alexa was praising Kamala Harris, pretty much. And you want to talk about election interference with this made up stuff? But we got proof of Alexa literally doing election interference by saying she can't talk about political stuff, but then yet telling people why they should vote for Kamala Harris. Yeah, anyway. Y'all, let me know what y'all think about this by putting it in the comments below, making sure you do that. And don't forget to double check to make sure that you still are subscribed. Get into those cell phones. If you know a person in your cell phone contact list that will benefit from this channel, let them know about it. And should they jump on the channel and subscribe in this video, tell them to put in the comment section, hey, my friend told me about you, or such and such told me about you, and I sub to your channel. I would appreciate that, and I would love seeing that right there, all right? To the next one, everybody. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.